live. What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I know I took a couple days off from my live chat. I appreciate everybody coming on for Saturday. Saturday was a real long day, very busy day in the sport of boxing. This is somewhat like the recap, the redo, the reflection of Anthony Joshua Pulev, Akali, taking out, is it Nizodim? So it was a lot of good fights that happened. Of course, we had Stevenson making good work of his opponent that night. Very, very, very talented fighter, Shakur Stevenson. Gentleman's Game, Cisco Perez. D-Town Blast in the house. Brittany Devine. It's very good to be here. Smart Guy, Counterpunch. Abdul. Arlette, Counterpunch. We're in the house. Let's hit that like button as we come through. Hit it, smash it, headbutt it, punch it, counterpunch it. Let's hit it. I'm just cruising. I've done my duty for today. 6 of 10 is complete. We got 4 more to go. I'll be so glad when that's over. So then I can go on vacation and do a lot more counterpunching. I think I get enough content out to you guys, though, honestly. James Thomason, counterpunch to you. Abiola, counterpunch to you. Benatti is in the house. Corey the movie junkie. Counterpunch to you, movie junkie. And Chief, you're on fire. We need to get you 50,000 subs. Hey, it's coming. It's coming. I'm almost at 48, I think. So, it'll be there. The subs are cool. Kaylee and Simon, counterpunch to you. Everything's good, Benatti. Everything's good. I have a few more videos to post out later on tonight. What did you guys think about Joshua Pulev? Kaylee, and it was good. It was a smooth, laid-back day, and I want all my days this week to go exactly like this. Like 4 a.m. Yo, you bro, keep up the good work. Femi Cancel, appreciate you, brother. Much love. Much love. Appreciate the positive comments, man. Masterclass, nothing else. Joshua has so much improved. He has, and a lot of people gave him slack, but it's like, yo, you have to understand, he's a guy that is adapting and learning. And you look and understand this. You got a 12-month layoff, and on top of that, you don't fight everyone the same way. If you think you can fight everyone the same way, you're going to get knocked out. Megan Bradford. Joshua means business. AJ smoked that Pulev pack. Yeah, he did smoke Pulev. But you got to give it to Pulev, man. I think Pulev was a very tough customer. I just think he just didn't have enough in his arsenal to deal with Joshua. And I think the reach was bothering him. There's a lot of haters in the business. Arlette, he does. He does have a lot of haters. He does. And the thing is, one thing people should know, if you are very successful and you have a lot of haters, other people that are successful are going to understand that you're going to have a lot of haters, and therefore they're going to come to commend you. Perfect example, Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd has haters. Why do you think Floyd made all that fucking money? Floyd made all that damn money because people hated him. And then here's the thing. Anthony Joshua's, his personality-wise, he's nothing like Floyd. He's definitely nothing like Pretty Boy or that obnoxious money Floyd Mayweather. Right? your commentary on Joshua Pulev fight. I had to turn the TV volume down and listen to your commentary instead. IB, appreciate you, brother. That's the best way, honestly, when you turn the volume down to get a good analysis, a good unbiased analysis of what's going on in the fight. So that was a good thing too. Not just to listen to me, I appreciate it, but you do that anyway. You know, because I go blow for blow. I try not to leave anything out. You don't see someone hit Golovkin with a left hook, and I'm like, oh, good left hook for Golovkin. Golovkin lands a great left hook. No, he got hit with a left hook. That's the type of commentary, the type of biased commentary that we're accustomed to. AJ pulled a Floyd with that pull counter. Corey, the movie junkie. That's what I'm talking about. I was talking to the knowledge about that, you know, yesterday. And I noticed that, and you know something? I think he got it from Floyd, but maybe, and if he got it from Canelo, he ripped it off of Floyd. Okay? That's what happens. A lot of these guys look at, it was beautiful too. He rolled with that jab. He rolled with it and came straight back with it. It was very, very successful. Cisco Perez, you have Fury over AJ. Well, hey, that's why we want to see the fight. We want to see the fight to see who's better. Ash Heath. Hey, Kurt, thank you for the quick counterpunch on the Bayless gate. Yeah, look, I mean, shout out to, I can't remember who it was, but I had to remember, so I jotted it down during that live stream because I was looking at it also, and it made what he said. Shouts out to whoever you are. Hope you're on the chat. But what he said was, did you notice Kenny Bayless did not see a towel thrown in that damn ring? You didn't see it. You know what I mean? He just broke these guys off, waved the fight off. He looked to the right of him. A guy was pointing at the fucking towel, and that was behind him. So the question was, how did he see it to haul off the fight? I think Kenny Bayless stopped that fight, bro. But once he found out that towel was thrown in, you know, he just went with it. Like, you know, he didn't want to be the one responsible for stopping that fight. But again, I think he did it anyway. That shit reminds me of Power, right? Like, I watch Power. I just really, forgive me. If the guys that watch Power, Arlette, I don't know, maybe you watch it up there in New York, or whoever watches Power. But I'm not saying anything. You know why? Because I don't know if anybody watched it. You might want to watch the show. Very good show. But it's that same thing. Multiple people, right? If multiple people are about to do the same shit, it's going to eventually happen. Chris Serrano, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Kurt, we need some Pulev impression. King Joe. Pulev was smelling himself, though, man. You know, for that fight. And then, look, here's the thing. What makes Pulev so strong and crazy is the fact that he got hit and hurt. He was hit and hurt. But he was still like, ah! I'm like, dude, you're a psycho. Pulev's a straight psycho. You got to get your hat off to him. Because the cat was crazy. Even after he got up and knocked out, Joshua went over there and congratulated him, you know, to pretty much tell him, motherfucker, I told you so. And he was like, yeah, I know it's strong, yeah. And they did this shit like 2 or 3 times, then headbutted. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this? What are you guys doing? The fight's over. What are you doing? I'm getting fed up with all these pro commentary in sports at the moment. Well, you know, you're going to have that. Everybody's going to have their opinion. Everybody's going to give their counterpunch. You know, the ones that are biased, you know where they're going to go and how they're going to say and rule or how they're going to respond. You know, all I do, I listen, observe, and if need be, I counterpunch. That's it. AJ is the best heavyweight in the world, in my opinion. Again, he's one of them. That's what I'm saying. He's one of them. Everybody look, here's the thing. If Joshua beats Fury, that means all three of those guys at the top can be beaten. Okay, so if they all carry a loss, that means they all need to fight each other. So if Joshua beats Fury and Deontay Wilder's still along, he's still around, and he ain't lost his fucking mind, right? And he's still at him and durable and willing, speaking, believing, receiving it in it, and all that. He needs to fight him. Why you think Joshua said, hey, the offer still stands. Fight me. Just stop lying to fucking people. That's all. Just stop lying. You know, we already caught you in one lie, and that lie was caught out of anger. You know, that's just like a dude snitching and saying some shit he don't supposed to say because he's mad. You know what I mean? That's all it is. AJ did look pissed in that post talking. Yeah, he was pissed off. He was definitely pissed off. I'm surprised it was Dan didn't count. The commentator said because he was being held up by the ropes. Oh, okay. So he turned his fucking back and should have been stopped. That's it. But I'm glad it didn't, because, I mean, the knockout was dynamic, you know what I mean? You know, look, Joshua needed some rounds. Pulev needed rounds, too. People need to look at both sides of the coin. Pulev also needed rounds. He's been just as inactive as Joshua. Gypsy King had Wilder eating out of the palm of his hand, so he did. Fury only underestimated because of status. Wallin, which should have been called and got a gift. Oh, Zaros 2 times. I hear what you're saying. That fight should have been stopped. It really should have been. You know what I mean? And look, for one, I appreciate Tyson Fury for not complaining about it and all that noise, but at the end of the day, honestly, that shit should have been stopped. Dwayne Vance, what's up, brother? Appreciate you. Counterpunch to you. Facts, he turned and ran. That was privilege. Great points on the bias. Sky Sports, they slag off the AJ loss to Ruiz as a fluke. They slag off the fact that White was knocked out in August. Keep up the great work, my friend. Well, I mean, look, those weren't fucking flukes. They weren't flukes. Surely White, look, White, here's my thing. Dillian White, I talked to Dean White. Shouts out to Dean White in the interview. Okay? Dean White told me that Povetkin was going to the body a lot more in this fight because he was trying to set up that punch that he hit White with. See, people need to understand who they're fighting. Dillian White was just caught slipping. He set up that punch. Brittany, he set up that punch. McDonald, I have not. Much respect to you. Appreciate you, brother. Much respect back. Usyk is being shadowed. I think he's too many are sleeping on him. He's going to get the look. You might be right. Usyk is that type of dude. Okay, think how Usyk attacks. Think how quick Usyk is. Think about the angles Usyk attacks in. Okay, this is something to think about. At the end of the day, Usyk is one of those dudes that Cody.
Not bad. That's only one leg. All right, Raul. Hard on you. Who's calling Cody on the radio?
This is Kurt.
Hey, Kurt, what's up?
Hey man, do you see my lights? Are they on?
They're past you.
Okay, cool. Well, I was just checking.
Yeah, I'm up here at, I don't know what road it's on. Yeah, I passed you.
Okay, copy that.
Sorry, I don't understand.
All right, back guys. I had to handle some business real quick. Let's see, I gotta say there's something huge bias against AJ. Yeah, there are. Look. Anybody that's big as AJ, okay, in the sport, you think about it, he's the unified heavyweight champion. He's the 2-time unified heavyweight champion. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have people that don't like him. That's everybody. That's Canelo, that's Floyd, that's Wilder, that's a lot of people. But see, especially someone, the more successful you are, the more the hatred burns for other people, from those haters. Counterpunch. You're gonna get this type of shit. It's going to happen. So just here it is. Usyk certainly has more distance to cover. Look, let me tell you something. Like I was saying, Usyk is the type of dude, you think about how he attacks, you think about the combinations that he throws, okay? He doesn't have to have very big power. You don't have to have this huge power. You know, and shouts out to the people that marketed Deontay Wilder for the power. But I mean, you have to have more than that. Okay, you don't need, it's great, oh, he's a heavy, hardest puncher. But you just have to have medium power, decent power, right? And now, think about how he attacks, think about his fights, think about the angles. Now, think about how Ruiz attacked Joshua in the first fight. Now, who can't see that happening to Joshua in this fight if he gets bombarded or caught with a punch he doesn't see from an angle and a slick boxer with a heavy ring IQ like Usyk? Now, a lot of people say, oh, that won't happen, he'll smash him. Well, that's when Joshua's attacking. When he's attacking, that's what we have. Okay? Curtis McNips. With Fury often leaning on his opponents and AJ tiling the head and sitting uppercuts on the break, is at the point of target AJ versus Phil. You look. Here's the thing. Appreciate the super chat. All right, look. What could happen with Fury if he tries that? And I don't think Fury's that dumb. First of all, we need to stop with what we think Fury's gonna do. If Fury tries that, hey, let me try to jump on to his shoulders and shit like that, he's gonna get his ass nailed with an uppercut. All Joshua needs is space and timing. That's what all he needs. That's all he needs. Ooh, Fury better get AJ before he finishes merging styles. If AJ gets more fluidity in his style, then he's extremely hard to beat. Counterpunch, because this is a work in progress. But you have to remember, Tyson Fury's also implementing new styles from the Crunk's gym. So that's what makes it very, very interesting. Usyk with power, unbeatable. Usyk versus the Giants. Good night. Look, if he can withstand an onslaught, we've seen evidence that he was able to take punches from a guy that certain people accuse of cheating, right? With no padding in the gloves and Reyes and all this, that, and the other. So he didn't do the bobblehead thing or nothing like that. He took those punches. You know, those Ukrainian fighters, they're pretty damn tough. From what I see thus far, they're very skilled, mentally strong, and very tough, durable. Look at Loma. Everybody thought Loma was going to get caught by Teofimo because he was such a bigger guy and knock his ass out. Who thought that? Who thought that? Who thought Teofimo was going to catch Lomachenko and that was the only way he was going to beat him? Who thought that? Ronald, it's a 50-50 fight. And it's a 50-50 fight because these guys are doing totally two different styles. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought Teofimo was going to knock out Lomachenko and that's the only way he could beat him. Oh, McCracken used to train Fury. Ooh, Counterpunch. That's, look, they know, these guys know each other, okay? That's the damn deal. They know each other. I'm not sure. I have to see what Fury does and how he looks in his next fight. And who he fights in his next fight. That's another important factor. Fury versus Otto Wallin. That would be good for the second fight. Give Otto Wallin that opportunity. Jack Odd's sock. Didn't he tear him up? And yeah, he gave him the business in sparring. Well, I heard it was a back and forth thing, you know, but then again, I also seen Fury how he explained it in one instance, and then he was he had totally different perspective of how it went in another whole different interview years later. So I just thought that was strange. I'm like, yo, you said the dude beat you up, almost knocked you out. Then you went from that to, oh no, he didn't do none of that shit. Nah, that didn't happen. Nah. Okay, well, which one is it? You know what I'm saying? AJ versus Usyk. Kurt, do you think it's a 50-50 fight? You know what? I think it's more of a 55-45. You know, because Usyk has proven himself at that heavyweight. Has he been hit by the hardest heavyweight? No, he has not. But he's proven himself in the heavyweight division. I mean, am I right or am I wrong? You know, look, they want to fight, dude. They want to fight. Let them fight. You know, because Usyk gets in there and starts, look, he gets the distance. He's going to start fighting. Look, Usyk will dance all night. Joshua even respects the idea, knows this guy can box. He knows he can box. Things can happen in the sport. Usyk can, you know, he starts putting together those combinations. You know, you don't want it to be some shit like Manny Pacquiao because he throws rapid punches, bro. I've seen the recent video of Fury shadow boxing. His legs and movement look on point, something different. I think we're seeing another Fury with real KO power from it. He may be. I want to see where it look. And see, here's the thing. I want to see Tyson Fury fight again because I want them to see. I want people to understand that Tyson Fury is capable of knocking people out without conspiracy theories or other bullshit involved. That's why I want to see it. Now, if he can't, they maybe have a point, but I believe he can. You know what? I got to do a video on that, Sean Paul, about, I've heard about that and somebody sent it to me. I have to look at the article because I haven't read it on Andre Ward, but I will definitely check it out. I'll definitely check it out. I want Usyk to take at least another couple of fights before AJ. He needs at least one more. He needs at least one more, because if he doesn't, then he goes in there and fights AJ. AJ just recently fought. AJ may be coming off of an Usyk fight, and if he gets past Usyk, think about it. You know, then he comes in dry. Or if they just fight right away and AJ beats him, I want no excuses. I don't want no one to say anything. I want it to be in a situation where everybody has an even playing field. Everyone knows exactly what's going on. Everyone can say, you know what? Both of these guys are just coming off a good win. Both of these guys fought and the best man won. That's what I want. That's the ideal that you want for both guys. You don't want any shit like, oh, well, you know, he was off for a long time fucking around with Wilder and the mediation, and they made him wait and he couldn't fight, or, you know, or they didn't have the money for him. Now mind you this. If it was because they didn't have the money for Tyson Fury, that they're jeopardizing Tyson Fury's career by not having a fight with him, by being damn cheap. He could have fought in the bubble like everybody else did. You know, it's fair. AJ did have 1,000 people. Fine. Get 1,000 people that can be selected to buy tickets for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so hard? Why can one promoter do it in the same fucking country and then the other ones can't? Why can't Eddie Hearn do that and Frank Warren can't? That's what I want to know. Counterpunch. That's what I want to know. You mean Eddie Hearn can put together a fight with 1,000 people, but they can't do it for the WBC newly crowned champion? That's supposed to be the best heavyweight in the world? What the fuck? But hey, here's the thing. Tyson Fury ain't by himself. Because that sounds like some Terrence Crawford shit. Terrence Crawford, the best fighter pound for pound. But fuck, they're bitching about money. But guess what? It's the same people that are dealing with both fighters bitching about money. Carl Froch is envious. He's always giving backhand compliments. Yeah. We know that. We know Carl Froch. Carl Froch he's a very egotistical guy. He broke records and his record was broken. That's the truth. You know, the guy that he, you know, sparred with that came up under him broke his record, and he's been salty ever since. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Checked his own Twitter after the fight. AJ told their cameras that he's coming back to MSG soon. Slotello presents. Nice. If you can, send me that link, because I want to see that. That's something I'm very interested in, because he needs to go back to NYC and fight. That's what he needs. He needs to fight. Not Andy Ruiz. I think that'll be ideal. Ideal would be Andy Ruiz. But I mean, you know, Andy Ruiz, I think, honestly, Andy needs to do something to get himself off that redemption list. Think about it. That cat's been on the redemption list forever. Hold on a second, guys. Don't go anywhere. Be right back. Gonna go rob a bank. All right. 567,000. Nice. Not bad for a take. Didn't take me long. Get okay. ADZ fam. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. That's it. Arlette, that's exactly what it is. I don't even need a gun. I just got a banana. Put it in my jacket like this. And calmly say, no screaming. You know, give me all your money. Jim Brown, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Jim Brown's in the building. What's that? I forget that movie with, what is it? Not The Getaway, but I think it's The Chase with, what's my man, Charlie Sheen? We robbed a store with like a candy bar or some shit. Oh, man. Those 80 flicks. What up, Kurt? What do you think about AJ's uppercuts? You think AJ can connect on Fury? Fury does dip a lot. Well, I think right off the top of my head, thinking about Fury and AJ, I think hooks would be better for AJ in that fight. Uppercuts only when they are available. Because see, if Fury tries to come in and tries to bully Wilder, and what's made it bad for bully Josh like he did Wilder, you know, it made Wilder look bad because, you know, made him look weak. You know, he laid on a guy, a taller, smaller guy, you know, with a smaller frame. Yeah, it was shit. It was shitty. I mean, it really was. But Joshua, I don't see him getting tired like that. Hello, is anybody out there? Sarah, counterpunch to you. Did you guys see Fury mention AJ gave him a beating in sparring? Yes, but then he kind of reneged when he talked about it later. He reneged. You know, so just felt like a Pink Floyd moment. Okay. Fury can go 12 rounds. AJ is gassed after 4. Now, I don't know. You know, it depends on what type of fight they have. You know, so. But look, Joshua's gonna have to come in shape. Like all that shit, like, you know, running out of stamina and all that shit. He can't do that with Fury. Fury needs exercise to keep himself mentally right. He one of them dudes got too much nervous energy. You know, he can drop that weight now, so, you know, muscle memory and stamina and conditioning is a way of life for Tyson Fury. He's doing shit every day. Come on, you big dosses! Let's get together. Paris, get up these dumb dosses. We're gonna go jog 6 miles. Tyson? 6 miles! Get these little shit houses and get them ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So that motherfucker does shit every day. You know, look, it's just such thing as bad. All the shit that Tyson Fury does, he should be cut the fuck up. He just bad. Unless he just eats like a, you know, like dog shit, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man. Fury's annoying. Arlette, let's go! Let's go, Arlette! Let's jog in Central Park! What's up, bro? Got your lights on. Yeah. Got them on. Got them on. I know, right? Wait, let's see. Oh, okay. Hard to watch and listen to. There's only one Tyson Fury! I'll beat all these dulces with one hand tied behind me back. There's some dulces. I agree, AJ is chinny. Well, I mean, he took some straight rights. You know what I'm saying? He took those rights. You know? He took those right hands. It's Kurt DeVille. That's my Twitter. Yes, sir. Unleash the fury. It's a different thing when get that ring. Tyson talk a lot of shit. Yeah. AJ has to go for Fury's body. He loves a headhunter. Yeah, he does. If he can start working the body, that would be a good. Because look, Tyson Fury's going to hit him everywhere. He's going to fight him ugly like he did. Look, that's Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury mauls you with punches. They're going to be choppy. They're going to be wide. They're going to be quick. They're going to be reckless looking, but they're going to be very rapid. He's going to be very busy. And I see Tyson Fury outlanding Joshua. That's one thing. I think him, with the type of punches that he throws a lot, he can throw a lot of punches, You ain't so bad. So I think, Tyson Fury definitely will come in well conditioned and trained. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. That was very stupid. That was a dumb thing. Turns his back. You don't turn your back on a fighter. What the hell's wrong? What's the matter with you? Yeah, he is awkward, You just got to attack him. And I think it's best to attack his body. That is a good point, Start throwing uppercuts, left hooks to the body. Pull up a Vetkin, Catch him with his right uppercut, Dillian White has a good right uppercut, I think. Was it the right uppercut he hit him with or the left? But, Dillian White, he dropped Povetkin with a left uppercut. Or was it a right uppercut? I can't remember. Oh yeah, Frank Warren. Frank Warren's gonna go looking like he used to look. Remember how Frank used to look back in the day? He used to look back in the day. He's just like all fucking blim and his face all mug and smeared and shit. Yeah. He's gonna start looking like that again. Fucking big ass mutant Joe Joyce. Fucking juggernaut. That motherfucker, you can't hurt that motherfucker. He ain't never been down. You've hit him, That's his mutant ability. He's just durable. He's a durable boxer that can take all types of punishment. Big ass dude. And something real weird and strange? Before the win, I didn't even know Joe Joyce was even from Nigerian descent at all. I know he's from Britain or whatever, but I didn't even know he was that. So that just goes to show you, people start claiming you when you win. Joyce gets prepped when he faces speed. Okay. The question of the WBC Vada Fury is on the juice. The way WBC treats him, like I feel they will cheat AJ. I don't know about that. That's on the conspiracy shit. So, what can we go? What can we use as evidence? Sean Paul, cool. Appreciate you. Hey Kurt, I've been wondering and would like a good opinion on this, but how would you fancy a match between Ruiz and Usyk? That would be a true test for Ruiz. Why? Because Usyk is a guy that can move. Parker was a guy that could move. Beat him. Joshua was a guy that can move in the rematch. Beat him. Usyk should beat him, but he's with the Reynosos. However, let me counterpunch something. Yes, he's with the Reynosos, but did that make Canelo any better against Erislandy Lara? Because he's been with the Reynosos also. No, it did not. I think what happens is Andy Ruiz kryptonite will always be someone that can box and move, stick and move, because they'll never be stationary enough for him to be successful by landing his combinations. Yes, Usyk got the power to beat Ruiz. He does. And he'll frustrate Ruiz too. Ruiz will be pissed off, hitting his gloves. You've seen him in the Joshua fight. No, I don't think he will step aside. I think he's like, fuck that, because look, if he doesn't get his opportunity now, he has to wait for 2 fights. It'll be different if they'll fight once and they guaranteed him the winner. That ain't the shit. These guys are doing the same shit that Tyson Fury and Wilder did, and it took them 2 fucking years to do that, and it looked like that ain't over. So I don't think, and if I'm Usyk, I wouldn't take no step aside money. Why? That shit better be a couple M's if I'm gonna do that shit. But I would, if I'm Usyk, think about Usyk. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that either. Usyk deserves his shot, just like Pulev. Counterpunch. Kurt, do you think about Canelo versus Smith this weekend? Will you do a fight study? I will. I will have one out Wednesday on that fight. Everyone underestimates Triple J. I never heard it Triple J, but that's right. Joe Juggernaut Joyce. Yeah. I don't think Fury Joshua is ever going to happen. Sonny Buckets, it'll happen, but it might not happen like we wanted to. The Joshua to Wilder fight will happen, but it ain't going to happen like we thought it was going to happen. These type of things happen in the sport of boxing. Everything that we figure that we want, our desires, what we feel is ideal, may not happen. The fights you really, really want. I really, really wanted to see Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz. That shit ain't going to happen. You know what I mean? But, who knows? Who knows, guys? Yeah, it would be good for boxing just to see it, but when it happens, it's almost like you make this pretty big thing and you get it together, and then you get that one person, and guess what? That one person then says, fuck it. Because what's going to start happening, all those sanctioning bodies are going to start coming for their mandatories, and then it's going to be up to that fighter who wins to defend them. If it's Tyson Fury, you think Tyson Fury's going to fucking defend a mandatory, and then another mandatory for another belt, and then another fucking mandatory for another belt? Hell no. He's going to take those belts. Fuck those dossers. I'm not fighting them. I'm better than all of those fairies. Those shit houses. And he's going to drop them fucking belts. And on that note, I'll be right back. Counterpunch. I'm surprised his phone is still there. Why is that? Let's take his car. Someone opened your back door. No, that was me. I had to get the cash out for the day's take. You know what I'm saying? Had to break bread. You remember like on the town, they had to go see Fergie to break him off bread? That's the kind of shit, I had to do. You know how it goes, man. Let's see. No Presidente today. I'm chilling this week. I think I went a little bit too hard. It's my limit. I want to chill, do some counterpunching, and that's it. Fear is motivated by the retirement money. Rumors are 100 million each. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, for a super fight, that's about right. Kurt looks like you're about to commit a robbery. Yeah, you ain't lying, pal. Yep, that's right. You ain't ever lying. Nah, just shitting you. No, just getting in my car. What do we got? In and out, T straight. That's how you do it, baby. You got to get in and out. He's a bag man for the mafia. He can't even conduct himself like a professional. I don't even see him winning against Fury or AJ. Oh, we talking about Wilder? Wilder should never be regarded as a great. I think he will. Chris Mannix spoke to Usyk's team and said if the money is good, that he would take step aside on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, it's just, it's crazy though. I tell you, it's very disappointing. Well, how Wilder done it, but I mean, that at the end of the day though, that's Wilder's decision. He decided to, you know what I'm saying? He decided to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, let me tell you what I feel and think. People all around him telling him this, telling him that, convincing him. He fighting them demons. Yeah, he's fighting demons. See, now I want to see the third fight, because if the third's like the second, dude, you can't say shit else. You can't say shit else. I mean, it's just nothing to say. Now, I will tell you this. If Wilder gets beat, You know what? I'm gonna say that because I just already did a video on that shit today. So I'll probably drop it or probably in a few hours. Well, what's the day? What time is it? 7. But yeah, I mean, Wilder, I want to see what he can do. You know, I mean, Joshua should have signed the thing with him. They could have fought exactly just like everyone else. If the contract ran out, I don't blame Fury. Look, he should have. They should have took what's going on and stopped trying to pretend. And you know what? This is the problem. They tried to pretend that fight was so fucking big. They tried to pretend like it was too big to happen. And because of that, it may not happen. No audio's good? Okay, good. I don't believe Wilder is delusional. As I picked as a fan of boxing, I worked out at a boxing gym. I picked Fury on points. Fury won the first fight. Fury is talented, but what I saw in the second. Okay. He cheated! Shit, that shit's hilarious. Fucking cheated, dude, I'm trying to tell you. These motherfuckers made a lot of money off that shit, though. The glove gate. You know that. You know, you want to bring up some shit. You want to stir up some shit. Hulk smash. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I know like button. Yeah, I know. I know we have one. It is what it is, though. No, it wasn't enough money in it. I think the networks were scared of losing money after they watch a man get beat twice. Yeah. Look, they try to pretend like that shit was so big that it needed fans and we can't, man, that shit should have happened. And also this is what I asked Blue Blood. I'm like, well, why didn't fuck Wilder want to look the fight instead of Canelo? Why didn't he just say, you know what, all right, Fury, why are you trying to run off? Fight me in Britain. Fight me in the UK. That could have easily happened. Since Finkel said, well, he can fight anywhere, anytime, right? That's what his manager said. So he could have easily fought Tyson Fury at that time. But the shit fell through anyway. But here's the deal. Maybe it fell through because it wasn't enough money for Caballero. You know. On his bicep, William, or something like that. That's what they say. But nobody can really tell us when he got it. Some people said before, some people said during, some people said after he injured it. You know what I mean? So people just don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But motherfucker said it was falling off the bone. We heard that shit. You remember I interviewed? We heard that shit. It was what it was. He said it was falling off the motherfucking bone. So I'm like, wow, do tell. You seen Showbiz debunk that shit so fast? Oh, off the bone? Off the bone? You can miss me with that noise. Look, I had one off the bone. You can't pull. You can't push. You can't do anything. Up off net. Up off net. And he stopped that quick, you know, and I was just waiting for somebody else to respond, you know. Yeah, I mean, he couldn't wait to do that shit, you know. Yeah, man. I mean, he was like, because you don't, oh, it was off the bone. Come on, man. If that shit was off the bone, he ain't, man, that's the type of shit I'm talking about. But it's good to know, and it's good to hear before dismissing a person, to hear a person's side, you know. $2 a.m. going to have a sign off. Kudos, Kurt. As ever. Sarah Brotherhood, Counterpunch, do you have a good night or a good morning? Kurt said the third fight will be very telling. Either Wilder will land the bomb or Fury will walk through him again and worse the chances. Yep, pretty much. You know, and it'll probably be worse. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be worse than last time, because if Wilder didn't learn shit hanging around his little scuba diving buddy, Malik Scott, rude awakening, fellas. Rude awakening. Because people don't like it when you, Showbiz, and some other call out the drama. No, they don't like that shit. You know, they hate that shit. They don't like that. Oh, yeah, Sonny Liston would probably beat everybody here in the heavyweight division. Those old fighters like that, nah, man, you don't. James Kirkland fight either Jamal Charlo or Sean Porter. I'd like to see him fight Sean Porter. I think Jamal would have knocked him out. He's just too big and long and rangy. But Sean Porter don't hit as hard. So, you know, understand Sean Porter is a welterweight. James Kirkland is a super welter. You know, James Kirkland got knocked out. You know, James Kirkland is here in Austin. He's from Austin. I don't know if he's here now, but he's from Austin. And you know what I noticed about him? I picked this up. James Kirkland is a little punchy. I mean, he's not bad, but he's kind of like, he was kind of sounding like Holyfield just a bit. You know, maybe that's just the way he talks. Maybe he's just a slow talker like that. You know, I'm not sure. AJ batters Sonny. Those older fighters fought multiple times a year. They did. They stayed in shape. You know, they partied. They trained off whiskey and shit like that. Yeah, they were some, man. There were some bad cats. Damn, you think if AJ beats Fury, Fury's gonna do the same and react the same way? I don't know, man. I hope not. That would be some bullshit. But we gotta counterpunch him. We gonna clown him. And you know what's gonna be worse? I'm gonna tell you, Fury can't afford to do that shit. If Fury acts an ass like Deontay Wilder has, if he does that, he don't have the LDBC like that. And then guess what? The LDBC, I can see that shit now. They will destroy Tyson Fury. They gonna ride. They gonna ride for AJ then. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, the former WBC heavyweight two-time champion, Tyson Fury, has said that Anthony Joshua has cheated him. And they said that he had some type of instrument in his gloves that was causing his punches to hit a lot harder than he ever had been hit. As he says he has a better chin than Andy Ruiz, so he should have been able to take the punches, but he was knocked out cold, and we are said to have a concussed problem. But I think that he is bitter. I think he is bitter, and I think that karma comes back to get you. As he cheated Deontay Wilder, now he feels that he was cheated in the same form, in size, in same shape or fashion than Deontay Wilder has. Now, so, going to what we have, knowing that Tyson Fury is now claiming that he was cheated by Anthony Joshua, and once again, the British fans are against him. He says Anthony Joshua's cheating. So my question, get those likes up. So my question, get those likes up. So my question, salute. So my question is, get those likes up. So my question is, where was the same energy? Get those likes up. Where was the same energy when everybody knew Tyson Fury cheated by putting the towel over the camera, him and his assailant that kind of looked like him, looked shady. He looked shady like him, bald like him, probably one of the mafia, probably like him. Put it over the camera as he was allowed to tamper with his gloves. Tamper with his gloves, y'all. Where was that same energy? Now he's trying to say that Anthony Joshua cheated him. Huh. Imagine that. Imagine Tyson Fury cheated Deontay Wilder to get his WBC and then knocked out and then tries to say how ludicrous the whole idea is, only to turn around. Shout out for you, fam. Shout out for you, King. Shout out for you, King. Shout out for you, Cisco Perez, King. Now, said how crazy or idiotic that idea was, only to turn around, shout out to you, King, and do the same thing. There's no evidence whatsoever that Anthony Joshua was cheating. However, he is in a lime pit now, and I think the dirt will be dug on him, but slow. You guys know what it is. It's y'all, one word, Blue Blood Sports TV. They will murder him. Here's Dante Boxing Nation. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Tyson Fury. It's a meltdown. I think now that Tyson Fury has been knocked out cold by AJ in an equal fight, a fair fight, unlike his fight with Deontay Wilder 1 and 2, he is beginning a meltdown, guys. When it rains, it pours, guys. Like I told you on this channel, when it rains, it pours, and the truth will come to the light, guys. So he is saying now that Anthony Joshua cheated him. I think he's mentally unfit, but I think that comes from all of the dirt, the legacy of dirt that he's done over the years. So isn't that funny? Oh, man. Oh, you can see Aki, he's on fire. Tyson Fury now says that Anthony Joshua cheated him. Anthony Joshua cheated him. Now he's saying that everything that Deontay Wilder accused him of, now he's turning around and using it as though it was an excuse bag. He's using it as an excuse bag. You know what? Shout out to all you decavs. Yeah, shout out to all those decavs. They will murder him if he pulls some shit like that. I wish Tyson Fury would say some shit like that. Oh, Tyson Joshua cheated me. You know what I mean? Man, yo, I would, fuck it. I'll be right with him. I'll be right with him. You know, Counterpunch Boxing News. I know we haven't had good past results, but we come together to attack Tyson Fury with his idiocracy. It's ludicrous. And now I'm waiting for your Counterpunch. Yeah, this is Counterpunch Boxing News, Kurt DeVille, and I just really concur. Normally we don't get along, but we do agree on some things. Man, no, that is not the thing to do. Tyson Fury, I hope he doesn't go that route, because he can't say shit about Wilder no more. If he doesn't say shit about, look, if he pulls that shit, it won't be good for him. It will not be good for him. Ash Heats, what's up, brother? Hey, have a good night, bro. Have a good night, man. Be safe. But no, man, it's one of those things, man. Look, Tyson Fury, he can't do that type of shit. If he loses, now I did hear Tyson Fury say this, okay, because I'm about to wrap it up myself. But Tyson Fury did say that if he did lose, he hopes he's able to take it like Anthony Joshua took his loss. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what Tyson Fury will do. And based on what he said about Anthony Joshua, how he appreciates him losing, or how he took his loss like a man, this, that, and the other, it shows me that he honestly don't know how he's going to take it. He said, I hope to take it like Anthony Joshua took his loss. He didn't say that shit. He was going to take it like that. Counterpunch. Jim Brown. 10 pounds of coke. Fucking Dulsa. I know he cheated me, John. Dad, he cheated me. Daddy, he cheated me. He cheated me. The big bodybuilding Dulsa shithouse. Shithouse. Parents, take their kids to bed. They don't need to see this mountain. This is a mountain of sorrow. And I'll be snorting to tomorrow. Oh, man. Athlete beats junkie. Oh, that's not right. AJ finally found his perfect. That's crazy. I mean, you know, the 10 pounds of coke. Javi, go. Counterpunch to you, brother. Aki didn't have anyone argue with him, and he was saying how many L's did he give out. Ah, man, yeah, it's, those guys, you know, they thrive off controversy. So if there's no controversy, there's nothing to complain about. You know, they have to create that there's something to complain about to say that there's something to complain about. You know, that's pretty easy. Yeah, he's a telephone tough guy. Little emailing gangster. Telephone tough guy and emailing gangster. That pretty much sums it up. Counterpunch. Honestly, the mimicking is too much. Hilarious. Israel, that's how they sound, man. That's how they sound. I don't really know the other ones because, I mean, I don't really listen to them. I hardly ever listen to Aki at all anyway. Blue Blood, I hear what he says, you know, because he talks like broad subjects. I don't agree with a lot of that shit, but some of it I do. Dante's Boxing, they same thing. I look at him and Aki kind of like the same, so I really don't fuck with him like that. And all the other guys, Fanon, every so often he'll say something that I'll disagree with or I'll agree with, you know, and I'll counter with my own opinion or review or comment or video. But all the other guys, I don't know them. I don't listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, Blue Blood's okay. You know what I mean? He's a hustling motherfucker like me. He does probably many videos than I do. I'm like, dude, it's fucking 4 in the morning. You up doing videos? Damn, I thought I was bad. Dude, what the fuck? You know? So you got to get your hat off to him. You know? What's up, guys? So, Tyson Fury, oh, he's tread now. I think he's one trip to Loserville. You know, I think they're going to have to give him a cocktail and give him a straitjacket, guys. He's claiming that Anthony Joshua cheated him in their super fight together because he got knocked out. Now, the irony of it is, it's easy for him to say that because that's exactly what he did. An eye for an eye, guys. An eye for an eye. That's all I got for you now, guys. You know. But, yeah, dude. Yeah, I hope he doesn't go that route. And you know, if he does go that route, if Tyson Fury goes that route, and I'm gonna say this before I get off, right? Yeah, there you go. I'm on to the next one, guys. I think if Tyson Fury goes the route that Deontay Wilder went, it's an obvious and realistic thing to say that Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are both some bitches. That's if Tyson Fury chooses to do that, because that's some bitch moves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling Tyson Fury a bitch. What I'm saying is, if he decides to do that, he will become one. And you have to really look at him and all the shit that he talked and all the stuff that he said and all this, that, and the other. It doesn't mean anything at that point. can't take his loss like a man, why would you respect him as a man? That's my counterpunch, guys. You guys, it's been great. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, probably around the same time, I will do another live feed. Everybody on the chat, you guys have been counterpunched. Have a good night. Stay safe. And